Freedom has 1,000 charms to show that slaves, however contented, would never know. That saying by William Cooper epitomizes the life in Bangalore for many of us Indians. There is another popular adage in Kerala that men get spoiled when they go to Bangalore. When I told this to a young lab assistant in Bangalore, he asked me, how can men get spoiled without involving women? Well, that was a loaded statement which I could decipher only after I stayed long enough in Bangalore to understand the dynamics of the city. Whenever people talk about Bangalore, they raise the issue of traffic jams as if traffic jams are endemic only to Bangalore city. I had 3 instances of missing my flight in my life, and that did not happen in Bangalore. It happened in Delhi, Mumbai and Goa, and solely because of traffic jams. Bangalore indeed has traffic issues, but in spite of the crisis-ridden transport systems, overcrowding and a host of other issues, why has Bangalore emerged as the most loved and the most sought-after city by young professionals from all over the country? Hello and welcome to the 3rd edition of Indian Meridian, in which we cover issues that are given a short shrift by the mainstream media. There is so much to talk about Bangalore that I don't think one episode would suffice. But let's keep it to the brass tacks. My name is Parameswaran Nair, and from Bangalore in India, this is Meridian. A few months ago, when Dr. Nikhil Sikri, CEO and co-founder of Zolo, said on his now celebrated Twitter post, after 5 minutes, there was wide acquiescence and approval of the long-held opinion that Bangalore's infrastructure is crumbling. Dr. Sikri hit the bullseye on his traffic bulletin, but for many of us who live outside Bangalore, that's a culture shock. When I stayed in Bangalore for a few years, I learned a number of new office protocols. Many in my office would turn up late for daily scheduled meetings and claim that they were caught in traffic. That was considered as a valid reason for delinquency. Why was it a culture shock to me is because I am from Mumbai. In Mumbai, no one would saunter into their scheduled office meeting, and claim that they were caught in a traffic snarl. That would be considered as a model of insubordination by the boss. No doubt in that. Bangaloreans have a habit of complaining about traffic jams in every forum. I came to stay in Bangalore after a gap of 10 years, only to find that the roads have become much wider and much worse in build quality, just as in Mumbai. The Silk Boat Junction, which has gained the notoriety of traffic jams during rush hours, only reminded me of Sakinaka. Let's compare the traffic issues in Bangalore and in Mumbai. I have seen ambulances caught up in utterly hopeless traffic jams in Powai in Mumbai with blaring sirens, and I often wondered if the patient will survive till he or she reaches the emergency ward. But I don't see any Mumbaiker complain about traffic jams. The fact of the matter is the traffic situation in Mumbai has improved considerably in the last few decades, just as in Bangalore. The east-west link roads in Mumbai have worked wonders for the city. But it is also true that Mumbaikers are so used to traffic problems for decades that now they know how to work around it. You will never be late for any meeting in Bangalore if you keep a buffer time of 1 hour. That's how I work in any Indian city anyway. Dr. Sikri's mistake is that he trusted Google Maps. Google Map estimations don't work in any Indian city. But that's not what we are here to discuss today. With all its warts and ticks, Bangalore has emerged as the most favorite job destination for young professionals from all over the country. Instead of cavilling at the traffic problems, Bangaloreans should find the drinking water supply unacceptable by any standard. And of course, pothole roads. Some of the roads in Bangalore can be used as location for moon photography. You can even claim that it is from Chandrayaan 3 on Instagram. Not that the roads in Mumbai are in any better shape. The danger in Mumbai is that the potholes are at the most unexpected places, which can be life-threatening for motorbikers. In urban planning, there is something called 15-minute city. It essentially means that the residents of a city can access services and facilities within a radius of 15 minutes, that is by walk, by bike ride or by public transport. It is considered to be healthy living as well as sustainable living. Bangalore is not a 15-minute city. It's a 5-minute city. I have stayed in Kadvishnalli and Brookfield, and I have had sleepovers at 5 to 6 different locations where friends stay in PG. When you have a house party, you realize that you need a lot of things at easy access, like liquor, grocery, water, fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, what have you. At no place did we friends find it difficult to access any of these. In addition to city planning, what has worked in Bangalore's favor is the startup culture, because you will see that all these services and facilities are provided by young entrepreneurs. Drinking water has been a problem for Bangalore for many decades, but in Mumbai, the municipality has been able to provide drinking potable water for 2.4 crore people through the summer all these years. I don't know if the climate crisis will make it possible in future, but Mumbai municipality will have to be credited for having got their plans right all these years. You realize the incredulity of living in Mumbai only when you leave Mumbai. Hard water is supplied on the tap in Bangalore, so most people buy canned water for cooking and drinking. That's what I did too when I stayed in Kadvishnalli and Brookfield. So losing your hair, I mean literally losing your hair, is a common complaint in Bangalore. Now let me come to the meat of the matter. In a street interview of IT professionals in Bangalore city for a YouTube channel, the respondents said that Bangalore is chill. Now that's a culture shock that you get when you land in Bangalore, and chill is an understatement for Bangalore city. People of Bangalore are more considerate and polite solely because of local culture and upbringing. I have seldom seen that kind of culture of tolerance anywhere else in the country, not even in Kerala, which is supposed to be the most educated state in the country. Second, Bangalore is a hostile city just like Baroda. The 20-something crowd is so large that their population might be more than all the other generations put together. Young millennials and Gen Z can bring a lot to the table by way of modern culture and modern thinking. Most of the young IT professionals that we see in Bangalore have come back after a foreign assignment or are right now standing at the tarmac to board a flight to either US or Europe. This demography has given Bangalore its singular character, and this culture of freedom has had a trickle-down effect on the entire society. Young people can instill that culture of freedom which uncles like me would try to resist. You know what I mean. The entire city of Bangalore has imbibed the culture of freedom from the young IT professionals in their 20s. Even watchmen guarding the huge apartment complexes in Bangalore have a different outlook on life than their counterparts in Mumbai or Pune. That's a loaded statement, so let me explain that. When I was staying in Kadvishnalli, I noticed a strange occurrence. I used to stay on the first floor overlooking the outer ring road. At 11 in the night, there would be a rush of cars into the apartment building, and I thought it could be the young boys and girls who worked in the BPO sector, and it could be their shift timing. But at 4 in the morning, there would be a rush of cars going out of the building, which was inexplicable. In a candid conversation with the security guard of the building, who used to be my friend and we used to have an occasional beer, he said that the rush of cars at 11 were about boys bringing girls from their office for the night. And at 4 in the morning, the boys would take back their girls to their PGs so that everyone can go to office the next morning. I have stayed in many cities in India, but I have never seen this kind of lifestyle anywhere else. These young boys and girls, they live alone or with peers in PGs and away from their parents and relations. So there is no need for any pretense or playing chaste. Then there is a reason for the cosmopolitan nature of Bangalore city. I was surprised by the number of Orients I met in Bangalore and made them my friends. That could be because about 20-25 years ago, Orissa government spruced up its education sector, the fruits of which are bearing now. I had a staff strength of 49 people, of which only 12 were native of Bangalore. It's very important to make one thing clear. The locals, as in Mumbai, give Bangalore its personality. The locals give a distinct culture to a city even if there is a large cosmopolitan crowd. Now let's turn to a topic that bachelors often talk about. Landlords who give their apartments and property on rent in Bangalore are usually reticent, well-behaved and honest in their dealings. And that's a refreshing change from other parts of the country. They have large inventory and they are quite good in their business. But I have noticed that many a times they are quite considerate with young tenants who are staying away from their parents for the first time in their life. Bangalore landlords have gained the expertise of the fine art of managing rental homes like no other city. And in the recent years, the second generation of business owners have taken over, who are young, and so they are attuned to the felt demands of the market of young professionals coming from all over the country to take houses on rent. In all this, the moot point remains: what makes Bangalore the perfect place for young professionals to have a complete life? And how did Bangalore find the perfect formula to become first among equals in India? It's not just about the employment opportunities in Bangalore. People who come to Bangalore settle in Bangalore, and as I said earlier, it's not because of any deliberate state policy. We will come to the complete picture in the next episode.